Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the Disney Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook of Big Hero 6. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put up videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365, as well as over at the Disney Magic Hour podcast. I will leave a link for that in the description. Big Hero 6 is here in Best Buy Steelbook form, and we'll do a quick unboxing in just a few moments. But my impressions of the movie, I enjoyed this one, and it was released at a time when superhero movies, Marvel, DC, were really starting to go and gain steam, and they were a big thing. And this was basically Disney's attempt at doing that outside of Pixar and The Incredibles. Now, Big Hero 6 is technically a comic book property, so that it's not that they were creating something original. They were adapting from an actual Marvel comic, but it was very obscure. Even I didn't even know about this one, and I grew up being a big comic book fan. But overall, I actually dig this movie quite a bit, and it kind of gets overlooked, despite there's a little bit of presence over in, like, if you're at the theme parks, like you can do a meet and greet with Baymax and that sort of thing. But I think for the most part, it largely gets ignored. It's also begging for a sequel that you don't really ever hear anything about. So maybe it just kind of underperformed as far as hype goes. But then again, you have other movies like Moana, for instance, that I feel is very underutilized, despite it being really popular. Zootopia. It's odd what Disney, chooses to focus on, and I think they miss a lot of opportunities here, especially since, well, it's a whole other topic about theme park rights and Marvel and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it's like, I enjoyed the movie quite a bit. It looks great, fantastic. So let's do a quick unboxing, and I'll talk about the picture quality and audio. So we have Big Hero 6 4K Steelbook from Best Buy. And it's nice. It actually has a nice gloss over it. It really looks good in person, and I'm a fan of the artwork. It looks great. Exterior wise, of course, we have everybody here, and it's it's good. It's kind of like a nice, if you open it up, got a nice, almost a splash page kind of image, which I actually really dig it. I dig that. So, of course, we have the spine here, and then interior, nice artwork. Glad Disney still does this. This is pretty much the Blu Ray that came out previously. So, there's our artwork. Interior-wise, looks nice. All right. So, let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. So once again, Disney 4K HDR really is an impressive looking disc. Now, of all the titles that were released this week, including Moana and Untitled, Princess and the Frog, Big Hero 6, I think probably more or less is the one among them that really looks like it could have been a Pixar movie. It definitely has that feel to it. It's very close to what Pixar puts out. Pixar has, it's like, I don't know, we're going to use the analogy of 4K Blu Ray, and this might be confusing, but imagine like a Disney Pixar-like film is kind of like a Blu Ray compared to a Pixar, which is a 4K. That's kind of how I feel that Disney handles their Pixar-like kind of computer animation. A lot, don't get me wrong, it looks beautiful. It's actually a pleasure to look at, very much so. But it doesn't have that excessive amount of detail I feel that Pixar has been putting into their product. Pixar, of course, like, these are two different studios, but the line gets so blurred, but it's still a line there, and it's still very much visible. But that being said, I think the 4K HDR looks absolutely great. The city of San Fran, Tokyo is great. I mean, the neon lighting, just the overall color aesthetic, really pop in HDR. It looks so good that it's kind of just almost like you're looking at a comic book page. It just looks that amazing to me. Several instances of good black level of detail is very good. Don't get me wrong. I know I was comparing that earlier to Pixar, but it's still like very, you can definitely see the line where that line is blurred. But there is a good amount of detail. Looks overall great. And as I said, I think HDR color is really the king in this instance. Just everything from the city to the costumes to the action happening on screen, and just the little nanites provide a great amount of black level / detail. Everything looks fantastic here. This is an awesome upgrade over a Blu Ray, in my opinion. To me, I really felt like I was seeing a night and day difference between the Blu Ray versus a 4K. Audio-wise, we are giving it a Disney Atmos track, which if you are a fan of Disney Atmos, you probably know, hey, it's a little bit on the low side. Crank the speaker volume up, you'll do good. But there's a fair amount of immersion throughout the film, and there is a good amount of, very good, easy to understand dialogue, clean, no problems whatsoever in the front channels. Centers all sound great. LFE kicks in very aggressively at times, and the overall ambience and surround sound action is very good and it's on point. So I'm going to pretty much give this one a solid A rating. Of course, Disney Atmos is usually the thing that knocks off half a point in my reviews, but overall it's a very immersive and just really good kind of soundstage and picture quality. I think definitely the picture quality is the winner here. It really is good. It's really something to just have your surround sound on, turn the lights down, watch this film. It's good. You're going to see a lot of good HDR pop. The resolution is fantastic, and overall audio experience is great. So that's it for Big Hero 6 in the Steelbook form. Let me know in the comments below if you picked up Big Hero 6 and what did you think of the movie, and comparatively to other superhero movies and The Incredibles. Let's talk about it in the comments. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'll put up videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.